Hey, I'm Lace. I'm here with Kenny Brewer. We're at Trinity House where he is staying, and we're going to interview him and hear his testimony. He was coming to our Overcomers class on Wednesday nights at Spirit Life, and now you're here. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you ended up here?
Um, from going to Spirit of Life, down a spiral. I relapsed on methamphetamines and alcohol and probably just about everything, and kind of gave up. Very spiritual person, but sometimes life can throw you a curveball, and it did. I got married and had a new baby little girl, and working every day, stressed out, and had to keep going. So I thought drugs would help me get fired up to go to work and keep me working, and the only thing it did was actually crumble me down. And
That's so true. This it's a lie that I dealt with too when I was on meth. I was on Adderall, but it's a form of methamphetamines. Where you think that you're going to be so productive because it gives you that energy boost, and it really that's a lie that the devil uses to keep people. They don't. I didn't think that I could do anything. I don't know how it was for you,
it
but
was the same. It was the same. And I did it for 7 years before then. I was clean for about a year and a half and then got back on it. So it was a devil.
you were clean for a year.
I was clean for a year.
Wow.
And now I'm clean for almost 9 months now. Yeah, 6, 7 months. 7 months. I don't know why, 7 months it was. And now, I'm back here. But then I was with a friend one day, and I was starting to use again. And the Lord works in crazy ways. And I was in the car with him, we got pulled over, and I hid his drugs for him. And I caught him with a drug charge, and that ended me up here in Trinity House, where I'm trying to get my life back together and get focused on my family and my children and stuff. So I'm here now. I'm trying to accomplish this thing and get a certificate of completion of the drug program.
Now I want to know a specific time when you heard God speak to you.
It's crazy you asked that. It was about 2 months ago. Literally about 2 months ago, when I was at a place called Valley Rescue Mission in Columbus, Georgia, where I first started this drug rehab thing. And I was walking by myself outside in the yard, and I was talking to the Lord. I was throwing my hands up, saying, "God, I love you, and please show me, just speak to me." And I remember him saying, "This is your last chapter. This will be the last chapter in your life that you have to endure this if you keep walking in the Spirit." And I truly believed him, and touched me. I was bragging to my friends, "Oh my God, I just talked to the Lord. He finally talked to me." Because that's what kept coming to me, was just to be the last chapter that I have to endure this kind of this pain and suffering, because that's what it is. It's pain and suffering. And I took myself away from my family. I took away from my friends. I took away from my church, and so it's impacted me very much to get my life straight again and to move on and live a good life. And now I feel like I'm filled with the Holy Spirit. And my twin brother's back in the picture now, and I want to get out with him and share with him and do big things. Thinking maybe A&E, just something that can impact people and show them that, drugs aren't the way, that you can defeat all those things with God.
I know it's really important, the family. God just wants to bring all these families together. Like my family was torn apart. I don't know if you've heard. You've been out since my family has been restored. But God has restored my family. My parents were separated for 7 years and never spoke one single time. And God has brought them back together. We started praying for reconciliation, my counselor and I. And she was the one who started it. And I was like, I don't want my parents back together. All they do is fight. And she said, God wants to heal your family. And they're back together. We're all under the same roof now. And every day is a testament. And God really wants to restore that relationship with your brother, where you guys it's a positive impact on the world, where the power of both of y'all's testimonies come together, and two or more, he is in the midst.
Somebody told me once, man, people value a lot of things. They value the cars, they value the rims, their purses, their earrings, or their cell phones. If people just put a value in their faith, that's very important now these days. I think if people put a value in faith, and everything is going. First Peter chapter 4 talks about giving all your anxieties to him, and that's very important these days. When you just give it all to him, so God, I want you to have it all. Take it from me, and then be done with it. And then he says, don't ask no more. No worries about it. Don't worry about tomorrow because he's on